about the Knicks, huh?
But the best thing about New York City is
K-N-I-C-K-S. Everybody say go New York, go New York, go!
Go New York, go New York, go!
Hey everybody, welcome to the New York Knicks podcast, episode 676. I am Jay. How you doing, Mark?
I am doing well. We are done with the boring part of the year. We're into the exciting part of the year.
The last 2 weeks, it's just been meaningless. Like, the games didn't count. They were locked into the third seed.
There was some interesting games generally, but yes, nothing
okay.
seemed to really matter. And we're all like, get the playoffs started already.
They blew 5 straight double-digit leads. Didn't matter. Still finished in third.
You didn't mind. You were not compelled by 29 minutes of PJ Tucker against the Nets in a huge come from behind victory, I think.
So, yeah, they played all the bench guys and the deep bench guys. Daddy still only got 11 minutes, but it was good to get a look at all these guys. And
Why? And Tyler Kolek, for all the Tyler Kolek love, why didn't Kolek get more minutes in the last game?
because Shamet still had to play 40 minutes.
I don't know why Shamet needed to play 40 minutes. I don't know. I'm also like, hey, last game of the season against the Nets, nothing in life has ever mattered less.
I just thought it was funny. It was like, we're going to rest all our guys except you, Shamet. You're going to play almost the entire game. So.
We have to keep Bridges' streak alive, so he played for 12 to 13 seconds. But yeah, why did Shamet and like McBride play 30? I'm like, if McBride gets hurt here, it's going to really suck.
Yeah, the bench is really thin. We didn't need to. I would have been fine just playing the deep bench. Play the guys that we haven't even seen all year. Who cares? So you lose 6 in a row to end the season.
Anton Watson gets 25 minutes. Who gives a crap? PJ Tucker, though, did play 29 minutes, and hopefully we never see PJ Tucker on the court for the Knicks, but cheering for them in the playoffs.
Yeah. If he's in for the playoffs, something disastrous happens.
Things have gone terribly wrong. So, Pistons, Jay. What do you think? The team we could barely beat in the regular season. We just stunk against them in the regular season, including a couple days ago. We stunk against them. How you feeling about the Pistons?
I gotta say, the Knicks finished the season 10-10. I'm not exactly like instilled with confidence right now.
This is the least confident 50-win season the Knicks have ever had, at least for Knicks fans. We've never watched a season where the Knicks won 50 games and been less confident about the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you spend a quarter of the season playing 500 ball. Yeah,
I mean, but you got the 50 wins. Whatever. You got the 50 wins. So, and also you're talking about like the end of the season when it didn't matter as much. If you got the 51 wins total, you had to have had a pretty good season. And holy shit, I am not confident going to the playoffs. So many Knicks fans are like, first of all, took a poll of random Knicks fans in my life. Generally, I'm like, what? Beginning of the season, what is a successful season? Pretty much everyone said conference finals or the finals. Now, successful season, making it to 6 games against the Celtics. Yeah, it's gone downhill. I don't think I have a Knicks fan in my life who truly thinks we can beat Boston, but it doesn't matter because we got to beat Detroit first. And everyone agrees the Knicks are a better team than Detroit. They should beat Detroit, and everyone agrees I'm a little nervous.
So you want to do matchups?
Let's do matchups. That seems like a good place to start, Jay.
Yeah.
Do you do the matchups? Like, are we doing? It's always hard with the matchups when you're like, is it position by position or is it best player? Like you go down the top,
I think you go position by position and then just lump the bench. I guess.
Let me ask you, Jay, before we even get to that, what's your starting 5 for the playoffs?
I think this is
not what they're gonna do. We know what they're gonna do, but what do you think it should be?
I think they break out the Mitch Towns starting front court.
You want to bet a burger on that, Jay?
I don't. I definitely don't.
I 100% agree. I think it's such a good idea. Move Josh Hart to the bench. Make sure Mikal and Josh Hart get a lot of time with the bench. I would make that change. The Knicks will look best with the two of them together. That said, if you're not doing it, Mitch needs to play 30 minutes. And you need to, and the overlap, because Towns will play like 35, 36, 30,
Probably 38.
probably like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
There'll be a 15 to 20 minute overlap. Fine. Make that work. But I think this team, as you agree, will look best with Mitch out there and Towns next to him. And also, I think Mitch will eat Jalen Duran for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm concerned without Mitch out there.
Agreed. So, do you want to do the matchups saying that Mitch is starting, or do you want to?
Okay. Let's. Okay. So we agree. You agree with Josh Hart on the bench?
Yes.
Okay. And then, what's the bench rotation look like to you? Who plays who? What change are you making? I think we can both agree that McBride is the first guy, key guy off the bench, right? We're going with McBride.
McBride's the key guy. Yeah.
Yes. No, I said actually last episode, and I still think Landry Shamet's actually the key guy. He hit, I think, 6 or 7 threes against the Nets. His ability to knock down threes, like be it microwave score, would be super helpful. Okay, but we agree. Shamet is playing also. These are our two main guys.
I think Shamet has played his way into the playoff rotation
minutes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely.
Campaign. Do you put him in the rotation for the playoffs?
That's the thing. If you're going with an 8-man rotation, you can't just have those 3 guys. I mean, you got to have Hart, and then if you're starting Mitch and Towns, you probably have to give Precious minutes.
Okay. Yeah. I don't love giving Precious minutes. I kind of fine with not giving him minutes, actually. I kind of would make it work so Mitch is out there or Towns is out there. And
I mean, I
Precious
guess you
doesn't
could
play.
do that, and then you have OG play the 4 at some point, or Hart play the 4. I mean, it's not like Detroit is huge. They're starting Tobias at the 4, and they got Fantasia, who's tall, but like he's not scaring anybody. So you can get away with having a smaller lineup.
I don't want to see Campaign and Shamet on the floor at the same time. I'm done with that. It's not working. I don't really want to see Campaign play. DeLon Wright, not amazing. Campaign is not really good on offense. DeLon Wright's not really good on offense. DeLon Wright's a much better defender. If we're going to play one of those two, I want DeLon Wright playing. I don't want to see Campaign out there.
Well, I think he goes with an 8-man rotation, and that's probably going to be McBride, Shamet, and Hart if he starts Mitch.
Okay, we know. Okay, we know the starting 5, Jay. You know, obviously Mitch is on the bench.
Then
there's
that's
no
the
way
8-man rotation.
through 82 games, Tibbs was like, I'm not going with this. I'm not going to experiment. This is just how I go. We're going to go with this starting 5. And then playoff game 1, he's like, yeah, I'll experiment.
Yeah, the Knicks have
He
never.
would experiment. He would experiment with goddamn Elfrid Payton as the not having him the starting point guard till we were like in so much trouble against the Hawks.
No, didn't he get pulled in game 1 of the series?
Payton got pulled in game 1?
Yeah.
I thought Payton got pulled in like game 3.
No, he started game 1 and that was it.
Oh,
I'm
are you
almost
sure- are you sure he didn't-
almost positive.
Okay, well, you're the show historian. I thought Peyton played the first 2 at least.
Either way, it's okay. It doesn't really matter because we know like if he does his normal starting lineup, then the bench lineup is McBride, Shamet, and Mitch.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's do matchups. Okay, so Cade versus Brunson. Who you got?
I mean, obviously I have Brunson, but it's not like this gigantic gap. Cade's really good.
It's not even a gap. I'm gonna call this even.
Yeah, I mean,
Cade has been goddamn awesome this year. Probably, it's arguable that he's the most improved player in the NBA. But the counter argument to that is, I forget what player said this, or maybe former player said this. So like, how do you call Cade the most improved player? How does a number 1 pick in the draft be called most improved? Like you're supposed to be this good.
yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I would give it to Powell. I don't like most of the awards. I don't like Shea getting MVP.
Who you giving most improved to?
Powell on the Clippers. Guy's averaging like 20-something
Norm
points.
Powell?
Yeah, he's averaging like 20-something points a game. What was he averaging last year? 13?
Um,
I mean,
he's had bigger years. He's your most improved player.
yeah. Who would you pick?
I mean, in some ways I'd take Cade over him. Let me see. Who's up there for? Trying to think of.
I mean, Norm went from 14 points a game to 22.
Yeah, but he's been able to score in the past. If you're going to say MVP, I'm going to take
But it's not most
probably
improved over historically. It's most improved over the prior season.
right, yes, that's pretty much how that's how Julius Randle has won it in the past. Dyson Daniels, that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Dyson Daniels went from a throw-in
Yeah.
into a trade to being like, oh, he's like a corner piece for like the Hawks.
Yeah, no, I
He
agree with
was
that. I
one
mean,
of the best defensive players in the league. So the odds on the players, we're jumping around a little, but the odds on the players, they have Dyson Daniels, Cade Cunningham, and Denny Avdija as being like the three like biggest odds.
Avdija went off for like the last quarter of the season.
Yeah, he did. He really did.
And as a result, Portland's been 500 since, or a little above since January. So that was another one that seemed like kind of a throw in, and he just started going off.
Yeah. Actually, want to hear this the quick before I know we're jumping around a little bit, but Coach of the Year, the odds are this is from Yahoo Sports: Kenny Atkinson, JB Bickerstaff, Mark whatever his last name, Dagnall from the Thunder, or tell me someone else.
Half the coaches got fired this week, so none of them. Suns fired
Phoenix,
their coach.
Phoenix fired what's his name today?
Yeah, he got fired today. Denver got fired.
So it means it's been absurd. But
It's been
okay.
Remember when we were like, "Oh my God, Memphis fired the coach with 5 games left," and Phoenix is like, "Hold my beer."
Well, that was the end. The season was over.
No, Denver.
Denver. Yeah.
Was
That's
it like
much weirder.
two games left?
Yeah, and like shot at the title this year.
It's so weird.
Okay, so I give it Kenny Atkinson all the way. Bickerstaff's done a great job. Dagnall, whatever, and Thunder's doing a really great job. Cavaliers have gone from like a first round out to having a shot at the finals. Easy. That's an easy one for me.
Yeah.
Do you agree or disagree?
I agree with that one. Yeah.
Okay. Defensive Player of the Year, Mobley or Draymond Green is the only ones they're putting on here. Evan Mobley's going to win because Cleveland's been so good.
I can't possibly see. I mean, I know Draymond, I think, is the odds-on favorite now. I don't get it.
I don't get it. I also like. Well, OG's not going to win it, but Sixth Man of the Year. This one seems a pretty easy one. Peyton Pritchard, Malik Beasley. Pritchard's been awesome.
Yeah.
Most improved, we already did. Clutch Player of the Year. Brunson, Jokic, Curry, Garland. Brunson's been super clutch.
Yeah, I think he has the most clutch makes in the league this year.
And MVP SGA versus Jokic, and it's going to be SGA because they won a ton of games.
It's going to be, but I don't agree with that at all.
Okay. Who do you take? Jokic?
Yeah, the way I see it is it's most valuable and not best player. And if you took those two guys off their respective teams, Denver probably misses the play-in, and you still make the playoffs with OKC.
It's a fair argument. It's going to be SGA. Okay, going back to the point here. Okay, so Cunningham, Brunson. I'm saying it's I think it's even here. You're taking Brunson.
Yeah.
And
but like a hair. I'm not like.
Yeah, I mean, Cade's been really good. And also, when the Knicks play Cade, he has lit them up this season.
Yeah.
And by the way, I guess the Knicks beat the Hawks 4-0 in the regular season and then got killed in the playoffs by them. Playoffs are a different animal. But I don't know. The Knicks have trouble starting. How are these Knicks stopping Cade? I guess it's
They're going to try and hide Brunson. They're not going to have Brunson.
yeah, that's for sure. It's Bridges on him, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know is OG fast enough to keep up with him?
Is Bridges fast enough? I mean,
I don't know.
Cade's going to average like 30-something points a game. It's just stopping everybody else, I think.
I mean, is he going to have like a? I mean, you lose a little bit of the whistle in the playoffs, which should hurt Cade a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he's like going for the whistle, but you can. I mean, you can guard him a little bit more aggressive. Maybe McBride can do something against Cade on defense.
Yeah. That's not
okay.
It's not a bad matchup, McBride. Yeah.
Okay. 2 guard, you have I guess it's Hardaway versus
Bridges, technically.
Who is our 2 guard?
Technically, but I mean they're gonna switch. But yeah, that's Bridges. That's
Yeah. Timmy, I can't believe we're playing Timmy Hardaway and we're worried if we're gonna win the series.
I know.
3, I guess that's
Thompson.
He's fine. He's good. Also, I'm giving all the rest of them to the Knicks. Like I can't not give the rest of these to the Knicks. You're gonna put Thompson against Josh Hart? Who you take? Or is it Thompson against OJ?
Right. Either way, I'm taking the Knicks, and same with Tobias. I'm taking Hart or OG, and then Towns
And
over Duran.
Yeah.
So
And we're doing Jalen Duran either against Mitch or Towns. I'm just taking the Knicks here.
Yeah.
I can't not take the Knicks.
and then bench, you got Schroeder, Beasley, Fontecchio, and Stewart.
Their bench is so much better than our bench.
Their bench is definitely better.
This is not. That's the issue here. Is Dennis Schroeder is a very good NBA player. I don't understand why he's bounced around so much. He must be hard to work. I don't know what.
I heard he's got an attitude problem.
He must have some issues because like the dude can play basketball. He is. I wish the Knicks had Dennis Schroeder on the bench. I wish the Knicks had Malik Beasley. But Beasley has bounced around also because I guess he plays no defense, but the dude can jack up threes. Those 2 guys are far and away better than what we have on the bench.
I think he was the only player to lead the league in threes, threes made, averaging less than 30 minutes a game or something crazy like that.
I'm sure, yeah. I mean, they have Fontecchio was fine, and Holland, whatever, and Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart, also a pretty solid backup.
Yeah.
Then he causes the Knicks problems. It's really the bench. I'm concerned about when we don't have the stars in the second quarter, late third quarter, those kind of timings when you're in early fourth quarter when you're relying more on the bench. What do you do about that, Jay?
You got to stagger the starter and bench minutes. You can't just be like, all right, it's time for Payne, Shamet, and Precious, and like have no shooters out there. Hey, let's throw in Hart and a Mitch and just have no shooting. Like you got to.
This is like I've got an idea. What if the starting 5 doesn't ever leave the floor, even after the game's over? Was going to leave on the floor for 170 hours straight.
Yeah, let's do neither of those things.
You need something from the bench. The Knicks need something from their bench. They need decent minutes. You're right. You got to stagger. You need more from Bridges when he's out there with the bench. You need the things we don't need. There are some things we don't need here. We do not need Josh Hart passing up shots.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most. Jay, you love Josh Hart, right?
Yeah, it's my favorite player on the team.
Okay. I really like Josh Hart. I can't say I love, but I really like Josh Hart a lot. When he passes up shots, he goes in that moment from my favorite Nick to a Nick. I almost hate him in that moment. And then I love him again. But those moments when he passes up shots, I'm like, you just screwed the whole play.
Yeah.
If you are wide open and you don't shoot the ball, then raise your hand and ask Tibbs to take you off the floor.
Yeah, agreed.
It's painful. It really is painful. What else? What else can we live without, Jay?
Well, not live without, but Detroit it's not the bad boy team, but it's a tough team. And,
Yes.
And I feel like the Knicks' 2 toughest players were Randall and Dante, and they're just missing that edge. Say what you want about, Randall's play in the playoffs. He had an intensity and a toughness that is just doesn't seem to be on this year's team.
I would have to say so Mitch is fucking tough. I think Mitch, because we don't see him as much, he's been playing well lately. I think there's some of that toughness you're saying are lacking is in Mitch. Towns, I think, is tough. Brunson, they're all tough.
They're tough, but they're not like, like get in somebody's face, like intimidate. Like Mitch is very good on defense, but he's not like scaring people. Like
he's scaring people coming to the lane. But yes, you're saying like
Isaiah Stewart. Like Isaiah Stewart, not the most talented basketball player, but he's a madman and he's tough and he intimidates people. That
he concerns me more than Duran.
And maybe I should be saying intimidation over toughness, but
no, but he concerns me. I mean, he concerns me. He blocks a lot of shots when the Knicks play him, He tends to have good games against the Knicks. I'm a little worried.
And Beasley's tough. Like they have guys with like chips on their shoulder, like wild card
I mean,
guys.
we just have to stop playing stupid basketball.
Mhm.
Like Towns has to stop wildly driving to the lane. He has too often he has these wild drives to the lane. Like it's not helpful for you. I know you're faster than some big men. It's not helpful for you to drive to the basket if you're going to be wildly out of control. And he does that too often. If you're shooting at the rim, it should be a high percentage shot. He turns going to the basket to a low percentage shot.
Yeah, I mean, we know the Knicks have the talent to score like crazy. They have more talent than they've shown. They have more talent than their wins total. I mean, they've given away a lot of games this season. They needed to click, but they needed to click like immediately.
This is a public service announcement, Jay.
Mhm.
I'm okay. So public service announcement. Really, just for one individual, McBride, Deuce McBride. You are getting screwed by the Knicks contract. They did a smart move with you. They got you to sign a really, really terrible contract, but they gave you more minutes. You want a big contract? Start earning them this week.
Yes, this is
Come
your
up,
time.
nail threes, show people that you are worth a lot of money. Just play awesome.
Make the Knicks feel so guilty they give you a makeup contract next time. They overpay you because they feel so bad about the underpay.
Make the Knicks go. We have to go to the second apron to keep McBride.
Yeah.
I think he's got one more year left, but like he's whatever, dude. Like just play, we need McBride to play well, hit some threes. This Knicks 35%. The Knicks have to shoot above 35% from three. If they do not, they will lose the games they're below 35%. You got to hit threes.
Agreed.
And they got to be able to guard the three-point line. I mean, like, there's got to be. This is also why you just need Mitch out there. You cannot have a team like everyone kind of worried about Towns in the sense. Towns, learn to play defense, please. Learn how to do the pick and roll. Just learn it. Just study some film. I don't know.
Yeah, he's another one that was like Mello, where his one-on-one defense isn't bad, but like the team defense is just terrible.
His team defense is terrible. You want to do some questions, Jay?
Yeah, we got an email,
Okay.
nyknickspodcast@gmail.com. Jorge writes, has trading enough Knicks players to the Mavs moved the curse onto them? I think it clearly has. The Mavs
Holy crap!
it's been a little rough over there.
We're gonna follow up being in the finals by not being in the playoffs for a decade.
Seriously, I mean, the only reason they even made the last spot in the play-in is because Phoenix decided to just not win for the last quarter of the season.
I forgot they made the play-in. They're not. They have no chance now.
No,
They're done.
no, they'll probably beat Sacramento because they actually got a few guys back healthy, and
Right,
then-
they do have Anthony Davis. I don't know. They're just your future is so dim.
I mean, the best they can do is get the 8th seed, and then they're just going to get swept by OKC. So,
I mean, what a way to follow up. Like we went to the finals, and then we got drunk and blew up the whole team.
yeah. Sam writes, "Hey guys, how's it going? Wait, Porzingis just hit another 3. Wow, I just feel like every time we played Cleveland this year, we were on a second night of a back-to-back. Every national game that the Knicks played, they were on the second night of a back-to-back. That's why.
Yeah.
Schedule was weird. I didn't like.
Would it be fair to say that Porzingis has never missed an important 3 against the Knicks?
Yeah, there's always a guy in the Celtics. Remember Paul Pierce? I don't think missed a fourth quarter 3 for like 10 straight years, and now it's just Porzingis doing the same thing. We
mean,
all knew
fair, but,
Tatum
like,
was going to hit that 3 too. It's just the way it goes.
Fair enough, and they could have guarded him better, and they could have fouled him before he took a shot. In the game the Knicks played the Celtics recently,
I mean, the
but
refs could have called a travel on White, but yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Porzingis could have. Porzingis just freaking lights it. He is such a problem. Yeah. He is such a problem when the Knicks play him.
Yeah.
Why can't Towns be the problem that for the Celtics that Porzingis is against? The
I know,
Knicks?
right? You'd think he would be.
Right. He's a better player than Porzingis, right?
Yeah. I mean,
So he
yes.
just doesn't play like that against them.
I don't know. Well, they do a better job of guarding the 3-point line as well.
They do a better job of everything.
Is it that they do a better job guarding the 3-point line, or the Knicks do a worse job of swinging the ball around?
Are the Knicks just not as good a three-point shooting team as we thought they were?
I don't know. Like our mid-season report, like they had 5 guys shooting above 40%.
They did not mid-season.
It was at
No
some point
way.
we did an episode where it was like half the team.
What was it, Game 5?
No, it was I don't know, maybe it was the quarter of the way through. It was a good
don't-
sample size.
Well, I mean,
that ended anyway.
Brunson is a good three-point shooter. 40%, yes. Towns can shoot 40%. Doesn't shoot enough threes. From there, Bridges can shoot three. Like Bridges and OGs can get hot, but they don't shoot enough. Josh Hart really is the weakness here. Like he's awesome in every respect, but he passes up shots and cannot hit threes, and that's a problem.
Well, that might be why he's going to be on the bench when Mitch starts on Friday.
Okay, yeah, that's not happening, Jay. You know that, right?
I know. One can hope.
And it's not like anything. Like it's also just like it's nothing. It's not even a shot against Josh Hart, really, because this whole idea is because we just don't think Towns is a center that you want, a guy you want to play at center in the playoffs.
Right.
But good thing they spent all this time not practicing this idea.
Yeah.
I
I also have a question for you.
Yeah.
So the NBA knew when the playoffs were going to start, right?
I think so. I think they were involved in that.
Why don't they have the schedule for at least the first 4 games? They just came out with game 1 like this morning. They're like, okay, we know what game 1, and then TBD for games 2, 3, and 4. I'm like, you know where they're gonna be. Like, you know when it. I don't know. They had
By
like
the way, this is the
5
first
months to
year
figure
where like it's not a better economical decision to fly to Detroit and like buy tickets there. They're like you can get a little bit better deal in Detroit, but like it's not worth it's not. You could spend $300 to $400 to go to the Knicks playoff game, which sucks. But like Detroit, I feel like you have to spend like $250. I looked online; it's like not that great of a deal there either.
It's not like Indiana
yeah.
deal where it's like $8 still for the. We're bumping it to 10 for the playoffs.
Goddamn tariffs that's screwing up these Knicks prices. You gonna go to a Knicks playoff game, Jay?
I'm not buying Knicks playoffs tickets. Probably go to Stout again at some point if they release the goddamn schedule.
It would be nice if they released the schedule. That would be fun. Could they release the schedule?
My friends are like, are you gonna go into the city to watch a game? I'm like, maybe. I don't know what the schedule is.
My kids are away this week with their in-laws on a wonderful trip they took them on, and I had surprised my wife with just a 2-day little getaway while the kids are gone. We're going to like a nice hotel in the Hamptons and blah blah. And the only thing I didn't plan for, and I guess I really couldn't have planned for because this is like this, it was about the timing of this, is the Saturday while we're away during our nice little romantic getaway, Knicks, 6:00 first game. I'm like, oh.
And it's
hey,
an earlier game, so you can't even like get away. It's like no way.
You know what would be really romantic tonight if we watched the Knicks playoff game. Want to go to a bar?
Yeah, and you can't even record it and watch it because you'll be away.
We're gonna be away. I am gonna be watching it on my phone. Like, oh, how's my pasta? Well, God damn it, even. It's good. The pasta's good. I can't cover. How do you not cover the 3-point line? Yes, I'll have some more wine. She's gonna murder me. I haven't told the game 1 is while we're away.
When the second season of Family Guy was on, I was so obsessed with it. I called my roommates from a Valentine's Day dinner to make sure they were recording the new episode.
Let's go to more questions. What was the question that was asked by email?
That was Porzingis. And,
oh, yeah, Porzingis. Yeah. Okay, so Daryl writes, this is on Facebook. Do we have the defense? How do we get past the Pistons?
I think it's just scoring. I mean, the Knicks can score. They can outscore them. They just have been cold of recent, especially in the second half. They just got to figure out their offense. It just seems off. And we saw near the middle of the season, we saw potentially what this team could look like when they're firing on all cylinders. And then for some reason, that went away again. In this week that they have off, they need to figure that out and find that again.
Okay, so Tibbs has outcoached Bickerstaff in the playoffs before, 2 years ago. He's a better coach than Bickerstaff. Bickerstaff's a good coach. Tibbs is better. Tibbs is going to make the difference. He's going to be so goddamn prepared for this playoff game. He's got a week to prepare for this. No one is going to prepare harder. He's going to make the difference.
So Tibbs, the guy you said is not going to have a job after this season.
Not a chance. He's not a chance to be. He's not going to be employed. Yes.
But he's going to outcoach. He's going to outcoach the Bickerstaff.
Yes. I would like Tibbs to be back next season. It's my prediction based on the fact that I think the Knicks are going to lose to the Celtics. They're going to beat the Pistons. No, by the way, your prediction for the series? It's a 5-game, best of 5. What's your prediction, Jay? It's best of 5, right? I haven't lost my mind.
No.
Is it? Oh, was it 7?
It was best of 5 in like 1990s.
I'm
3.
having a brain fart. Yeah, sorry. You know what? Someone said to me recently, they're like, it's best of 3 first round. I was like, nah, it's best of 5. And that's stuck in my head. Okay. Best of 7.
Best of 3. That was like the 80s.
Okay. What's your prediction for the first round?
I'm going to go Knicks in 6.
Yeah.
Is that what you think, too?
I was going to say best. I was going to say 5.
It should be 5. Jay Shady writes, on a scale of 1 to 10, your confidence level of a first round win. I am 100% positive that they are going to win a game in the first round.
They're going to win a game in the first round?
He said a first round win.
Okay, I'm going to say I am 90% confident the Knicks will win this series.
I am too. I'm pretty...
And I'm between 5 or 6 games. I do not think it's going 7 games.
I don't either.
Also, are the Knicks guaranteed to lose in Game 7 of the second round because of the existence of Landry Shamet?
Shamet curse, losing Game 7 of the second round. Every team he's joined.
The last 4 seasons it is that he's lost in the second round. He's lost in Game 7 of the playoffs
round,
in the second round.
Yep.
That's an amazing curse one carries with them.
all different teams too.
Yeah, Charlotte Hornets apparently are going to max him next year just so they can go to the playoffs.
Jay Shady also said, I'm calling it now. Mike Malone be our coach next year unless we go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
What do you think about Mike Malone?
Is he that much different than Tibbs?
I don't know. Off-season discussion. I just think the Knicks. I think Leon Rose is going to say, what other changes can I make to this roster? Here are my two predictions. Okay, so Tibbs is out. They're going to replace him because they're going to think another coach is going to maximize this roster. And then if the Knicks lose to Detroit, the Knicks will do something stupid. And here's the stupid thing I think they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Trade for Kevin Durant. If they lose to Detroit.
Okay. I mean, if all of that happens, I will never have been gladder that the show is ending. Because
they will find a way to make Kevin Durant on the Knicks to torture us.
I mean, trading youth for a 37-year-old would be like a vintage Knicks move.
It would be only to lose to Detroit, and Leon Rose panics. I don't think he panics to lose the second round, but I think in the second round he'll be like, "Hey, we need to unlock." If they make the conference finals, Tibbs gets to coach one more season.
According to Vegas, Durant has the 5th best odds of ending with New York.
Odds number 1 of going to.
I mean,
Houston?
shouldn't anything after 4 then be 0%? Because there's no way the Knicks are going to have Durant on the team.
Yeah, whatever. He's not going. He's not. But I'm just thinking of the kind of the quintessential Knick move would be going in for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be like Towns for Durant, right? Straight up, that's a terrible trade. I hate that.
That's not the move though.
OG.
I think it's going to be some combination of Hart. I was thinking Hart and Bridges.
You know what? The Knicks need to do is make the team even less deep.
Anyway, I was trying to think about how they could do it. Maybe it'd be OG. I don't know. I guess I don't think they would trade OG. I just don't think they would trade Towns either. The only way Towns is getting traded, and I would support this, is Towns for Giannis.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't see that happening either.
Okay. I think things get crazy if the Knicks lose to the Pistons. I think Leon Rose drinks a lot and just goes, let's do something.
Well, I mean, Durant's available. We know that.
Yes. I mean, Phoenix knows that.
Giannis is only available if they lose in the first round and Giannis flips out.
Okay.
But they might,
and they
though.
may not lose in the first round because they're playing Indiana, right?
Yeah, they might actually lose in the first round.
Well, it's might, but like it's not like a given. They actually have a shot in the first round here.
I think that's going to be the closest here. We could do predictions if you want.
Okay, let's go through the questions so we get moving along. Okay, Daryl writes, it's a long way from those 17-win seasons that you guys got us through. Even though Jay was ready to jump every week, are you glad you stuck it out?
Yeah. I mean,
Jay, are you glad you stuck it out so you could hear me talk about the Knicks trying to trade for Kevin Durant?
I mean, at the time, it was kind of like therapy. It was a rough time with me going to grad school and the CPA, and then the Knicks stunk. And so we got to kind of hash it out, talk about it.
Instead of actual therapy, you're going to talk about bad Knicks teams with Mark. Just as helpful. It's been a long ride. The Knicks, you got to say, like, we went through some really bad teams. The Knicks look like a perennially good team.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be at least a second-round team for the next few years, which is night and day from where we were. Do we want to see a championship? Of course. But at least they have like a chance where we're going into the season saying like maybe, which is, well, when was the last time we've said that?
Yeah. They look like a team that could keep winning 50 games and be a top 4 seed at least and have a shot every year.
I mean, I really think if they just upgrade the bench with 1 or 2 guys, like they got a serious squad now. Like
it seems like the smart decision is just to work on the bench going forward.
Yeah, they're like 1 or 2 pieces away. They're right there. They're right there.
Yeah, they're right there. But I also think it's a healthy Mitch, and a Mitch to the next level might be the unlock. I don't know. Tristan writes, what do you think the series of games will be? Do you think it'll be 4-2 Knicks, or will Detroit basketball surprise us all, and the Knicks have a first round exit? You know, this is the game. Also, that was the game that I brought my whole family to and spent like a ridiculous amount of money to early in the in December when I took the Knicks, and I looked at the schedule. I was like, Pistons. This should be an easy one. This would be a fun one to bring my family to, and got screwed. The Knicks lost.
Yeah, I think it should be 4-2 Knicks. I really do.
4-2. I think even 5-1. I think the Knicks should be able to run over the Pistons, right?
They should be. They really should be. The problem is the last 2 months have just put doubts in our minds. On paper, the Knicks should win this fairly easily.
The most likely, here's what's probably going to happen. My prediction here. It will be 2-2, and the Knicks will win the next 2.
Okay, 2-2. Everyone's having a...
but it'll be 2-2 at that point, and then the Knicks will win the series 4-2. But it'll be 2-2, and we'll be nervous as hell.
Everyone's having a complete meltdown online, and then the Knicks stomp in the next 2 games.
Yeah, I think that's right. The Knicks get it done.
Andrew said 5-1. Nice one, Mark.
5-1.
Yeah, I think that's what you said.
Did I say that? Dolan Trump writes, should Shamet take minutes from Hart? Ooh, that cuts.
Yeah. Things I never thought I'd see typed out 3 months ago.
Shamet has been hitting threes at a nice clip. Is that like what you need more than Hart gives you so much? But it's just a guy, goddamn. And Shamet's not a bad player, plays some solid defense. He's not as good at Hart at any other aspect on the basketball floor.
Yeah.
But does hitting threes, is that enough? It might be.
I would say by taking minutes, if you mean minutes like 39 through 43, yes, take those minutes. I still want Hart playing a lot, but I don't think I want him playing over 40 minutes.
I think I want Hart playing like 35. You can't have Hart play 48 minutes. You can't have these guys play 48 minutes, Tibbs. Please do not overplay. I don't care. Another minutes, please. I think to maximize what you get from this team, after 36 minutes, guys just start giving you shitty minutes.
Right. I'm not even talking about injuries. I'm just like on an efficiency level. Like, I think there's a reason the Knicks blew double-digit leads 5 games in a row.
Yeah. There's something with the team gets tired.
Yeah.
Guys' legs get tired, so they start missing shots, and it starts really becoming a factor late in the third quarter.
Yeah. It's a real thing. I mean, not that I played at any high levels, but
Jay will now talk about his days dominating whatever.
I remember
levels he
not even being
played.
able to hit a layup because I didn't. There was one game where there was just not enough people, and I played like the entire game. And by the fourth quarter, I'm like,
Hey
can't do
Jalen,
anything.
hey Mikal, hey Carl, gather around. Jay's gonna tell you, the veteran Jay's gonna tell you about basketball. He's back in his day.
Go on.
Base Nick fan writes, not even being funny. I think we're going to get bounced in 6 games. This team has no heart. And we're going up against some dogs. I will say Detroit has some heart. They have some fire. There is no way they get bounced in 6.
No, I don't think they will. I mean, I do think it's going to be a close series. It's going to be a hard series, but I don't see the Knicks losing in 6.
You don't think the Knicks can win 5-1?
Andrew said it was Tibbs' fault. Jay blew out his ankle.
It probably is. You got Jay. You admit he was overplaying you?
That's the crazy thing about these players. Like, I blew out my ankle. That was the end. I like never played basketball again. Like, these guys do the same thing and they're back in like 6 weeks.
I swear, one day a guy's leg is gonna fall. Literally, like he's gonna he's gonna make it like some move. His leg's gonna go in the opposite direction. We're gonna see the leg separate from the body, and he'll play 3 games later.
Remember Nash broke his leg and he missed like 2 months?
You know, when they do that, I'm wondering like, 'cause when they say a break, it's got to be the least degree of a break.
Yeah, but still, like a normal person's not healing like that.
No, yeah, these aren't normal people, but yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah,
not normal health care either.
Daniel writes, will Shamet be our Devo? Is Mitch starting or playing off the bench? Jay and I think Mitch should start. We'll be surprised if he starts.
Yes.
Shamet, is he our Devo? He's been playing well lately. He's got to step into our Devo, I guess.
He could be the Devo as far as hitting threes. I don't think he's going to be the Devo as far as being.
I think we're talking about hitting threes.
Okay. But Devo did
Yeah.
a lot more than that, though.
Yeah, I think we all recognize that.
he
We all have
just-
an empty. We all have an empty place in our heart where Devo used to be.
Especially when he got into that brawl in Minnesota. And I'm just like, I miss him.
I haven't been, by the way. Before the season, I was like, I'm going to watch a lot of Minnesota when they're on. I haven't been. The games are also on late, but man, I miss watching Devo. I miss Randall to a certain extent.
I do too. And I'm really going to miss Randall when he finally has a good playoff series.
Oh, is that part of your predictions for the playoffs?
100%. Lock it in.
Okay, let's go through the first round matchups.
Okay. So you want to do East first?
You name the matchup and let's do it.
Okay. So we got Cleveland versus whoever comes out of the play-in. Cleveland
Oh,
sweeping.
do you want to do the play-in first?
Sure.
Okay. Hawks versus Magic.
By the way, the NBA is like, we got this awesome new format. We got this play-in. A couple years later, they're like, oh, we got 2 teams in the West that have no business being in there, and 4 absolute trash teams in the East. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy this.
It just
tournament.
makes teams scared of going. Like, it makes teams play competitively because they're scared to be in that tournament.
Yeah, but there was such a gap. It was like,
Okay, Hawks, Magic. Magic should beat the Hawks, right?
yes, Magic are beating the Hawks.
Remember early in the year, Magic, they kept missing players, and they're like, well, once they get healthy, this is going to be an awesome team. And then they got healthy, and they were not very good.
Yeah, they've 7-3 in the last 10.
Fine. Okay, then Memphis versus Golden State.
Oh, okay, you threw me off. Memphis, Golden State. I'm definitely Golden State.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I jumped through. Sorry. I'm just looking at this TV schedule. Okay. Heat Bulls. Sorry. Heat Bulls.
The Bulls.
The Bulls. Heat. Heat's taking us.
Yeah, you think?
Well, it's the playoffs. It's the Heat. Probably the Heat.
They have almost nobody from those really good Heat teams.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just that
Okay.
they have a really good coach who's going to get them a win here.
Okay.
And then Heat, or I guess the Bulls versus I guess the Hawks. We agree.
Right. I think I'm going to go with the Hawks again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Hawks. You said you had Orlando, or you had the Hawks to begin with?
Orlando.
Yeah. Okay. I think we had the Hawks. Okay. Then the other side, Memphis versus Golden State.
Golden State. I don't even think
Yeah.
that's a no-brainer for me.
Rumor has it that Memphis is going to fire their interim coach before the series starts.
I'd also like to thank Memphis for winning that final game of the season, giving them 48 when our final bet was Memphis under 47.5. So that was fun.
Jay and I combined, each of us bet $100, and each of us won $75. So we each lost 25 each. Good job, Jay.
Would have broke even if it wasn't for that final game.
Okay, and then Dallas versus Sacktown.
I'm going
Here's
Dallas.
Yeah, you won me over. Okay, Dallas. And then Dallas versus Memphis.
Dallas.
Yeah, it might be Dallas.
Memphis
Right.
is in a complete free fall. Dallas got a few players back.
Okay, fair. Okay, fair. Okay, first round. We are assuming. Okay, so Cleveland plays
Orlando. No, Cleveland
Cle-
plays Atlanta.
Okay,
That's a
Cleveland
sweep.
plays. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's a
He was
sweep.
weighing that's a sweep, or maybe a 5-game series. Boston versus
Orlando.
Orlando.
That's a thrashing. 5 at best.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, then from there,
Just complete wastes of a series.
complete waste of a series.
Then you got New York, Detroit. We picked New York in 6.
Indiana, Milwaukee. This is an interesting one.
Yeah, Milwaukee turned it around, won the last 8.
Is Dame playing?
I don't think so.
Dame's not playing. It's hard to take Milwaukee. I say 7 games, Indiana.
That was my pick too. Yeah.
Okay, well, cool. OKC versus who cares? OKC wins. Houston
Sweep.
versus
Houston versus Dallas.
no, Golden State.
Oh yeah,
Golden
yeah.
State. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be a good
Golden
one.
State might beat Houston.
That's gonna be a good one.
I'm going to say Golden State is going to beat Houston.
You see 2 versus 7, but there's only a 4-game separation. It's not like
and a Golden State team that has had a great post Jimmy Butler, like that trade. That trade was huge for them.
for context in the East, there's a 20-game separation.
It's unbelievable. Lakers, Minnesota.
I'm gonna go Minnesota. I'm going back-to-back upsets here.
That would be pretty huge. I would love to see Minnesota win.
Yeah.
Lakers in 6.
I'm gonna go Minnesota in 6.
Denver, Clippers.
Denver.
Denver in 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll revisit our picks later and see.
Yes, and then we will. Are we really going to revisit these picks?
I don't know if we remember.
If we remember. I am so excited for the playoffs. I'm finally real basketball to watch. I'm going to even watch some of these playing games.
It was just so much more brutal that it was like weeks of meaningless games. Like the Knicks literally, I mean, they almost did like just lose for 2 weeks straight, and it didn't affect their standings at all. So,
I mean, the Knicks, it's weird to have 150. Like, last year we had such a great second half, and we got the 50 wins. And this year it was like, we kind of we played 10 and 10 the last 20 games, and somehow we got the 51 wins. Weird seasons.
how are the Knicks? Oh, okay.
What's your question?
I
Okay.
thought the Knicks had lost like 5 in a row. It was only 3. It felt like 5.
It's felt disappointing for a little while. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, because the teams they've beaten are like, the Sixers and the Suns, and then any team that was good, they lost. So it's a little bit disappointing. But playoffs and regular season are completely different beasts. So
They really are. They really are. I don't think Detroit is ready for the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. They're not ready for what the Knicks are going to bring.
I don't know if they're ready for the crowd. Do you know they're limiting their ticket sales?
I heard this.
To only
I heard this.
5 different states, the states surrounding them, because they don't want the stadium filled up with Knicks fans. And it's still going to be filled up with Knicks fans.
I'm fine with that if you agree to wear a giant badge on your uniform.
So your billing address cannot be from 45 different states, or they will not sell you a ticket.
It is so lame. Your fans can't just buy the damn tickets. You have to block New York Knicks fans from wanting to basically boo your team in your home arena. That's such a big deal for you. Get better fans.
Right.
Just get better fans. Come on, Detroit. This is so Hey, Detroiters, if you want to buy a ticket to MSG, go for it. See how it works out for you.
Yeah.
We have no issue with you doing it. I'm sorry that you're such a sad organization. I don't remember if I recall, like back in the Bad Boy days, I don't remember them ever saying, "You're not allowed to come to our games. You're not from our city."
Please
don't
don't buy our tickets.
Yeah, I don't remember Joe Dumers getting on TV being like, "Hey guys, like if you're not from our zip code here, we just can't have you come to the game. We can't hear other cheers in our arena."
The sad boys.
The sad boys. Yes, they went from the bad boys to the sad boys. They've got a pretty decent team. How much faith do you have in Tobias Harris in the playoffs? Like Timmy Hardaway's in the playoffs. By the way, is Jaden Ivey going to be back?
Probably just because everybody comes back for the Knicks. No, they say he's cleared for basketball activity. I don't know what that means. That could mean weeks. That could mean he's back. That was the last thing.
Okay, fine.
Basketball activities could be anywhere from like jogging up and down the court. Then you got to go to full contact, and then you got to go to scrimmages, and like there's many steps.
Yeah, I mean you can bypass some many steps, I guess, because it's the playoffs. But like,
well, then there's the fact that he hasn't played in like 3 months. So
whatever. Knicks are better than this team. They are winning this in 5 games. They're winning this series.
Okay.
So any more hot takes before we end the show?
Let's see. Hot takes. We're gonna see a triple double from Hart in the very first.
Yeah, that's not really a hot take, but sure. I think Brunson will probably lead the team in scoring, but number 2 will be OG. I don't know if that's a hot take. OG is going to go off. OG is going to be the player of the series.
All right.
How's that?
Good.
He is going to have a massive series against Detroit on both sides of the ball.
I hope when OG is the player of the series, that means he played amazingly and not that Brunson and Towns shit the bed.
Brunson, he's back. He can hit shots. He's back. So
yeah.
Brunson's going to go off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun. We will we'll do a show next week after, I guess, game 2.
Yeah, right? We'll do a bunch of we'll do shows.
Who knows what the schedule is?
Who knows the schedule? I'm assuming they play Saturday. Game 2's not going to be Sunday. It's going to be Monday, right?
I doubt it. They stretch these games out so much. I bet it would be Tuesday, and then game 3 is like Friday.
They're like, game 1 is on the 19th of April, so game 2 is May.
And, they use that excuse, travel. But then when there's less, in the later rounds, it's every other day. They're just doing it to spread out the games.
They really spread things out to an annoying way.
Yeah. Didn't used to. For our younger listeners, it used to be every other day, every round.
Yeah. I honestly think it should. Yeah.
You had TNT and TBS, and they staggered the games 7, 7:30, 10, 10:30. So you got to watch a full game, and then the fourth quarter, full game, fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Get to see a bit of all 4 games. Now it's like, everyone's a psycho, and they watch the full game of every single game. So we got to spread them out.
For ratings, you've got to spread them out for ratings.
And we'll put the worst. It's always Indiana's going to be on NBA TV.
Okay. We're out for today. We'll be back. We are excited. We've got a lot more shows because there's a lot of time between here and the NBA Finals.
Yeah, we should be recording until June. So
yeah. We're recording until the Knicks are out of it, and the Knicks are not going to be out of it till the NBA Finals. Let's do this.
All right. So thanks for listening, everybody. nyknickspodcast@gmail.com if you want to email us. nyknickspodcast on all social medias. And we will see you next week. Goodbye.
My love. Goodbye, everybody. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye. I'm gonna leave you.
All right, finally playoff time.
I gotta run, Jay. I will talk to you later.